Today on Weekly Wire, we spent some time at the Capitol with Woodbury Senator Susan Kent.
Find out who is the Volunteer of the Year in St. Paul Park.
Plus, we meet some high school students volunteering their time on Woodbury City Commissions. Hello, I'm Ange Weisgut.
And I'm Justin Atkinson.
Woodbury is slated to get their first brewery in town. A groundbreaking was held earlier this week at the Bielenberg Gardens Shopping Center.
I couldn't have got here, obviously, without Debbie. This is all Debbie's fault. We were on a walk, and I was saying, what am I going to do now that I'm retired from 3M? She says, well, you like brewing beer, why don't you start a brewery? And I said, yes. Going to build a brewery and associated tap room where we're going to make the beer on site and then serve that same beer in the tap room. Not going to distribute the beer anywhere else or keg it off and send it to bars. It's going to be sold just here. I looked on a map, literally, where are all the breweries in the Twin Cities, and there's a huge open area. It's like the breweries stop at West 7th Street in St. Paul, and they don't start again until you get all the way to the St. Croix River. And right in the middle of that void of breweries is Woodbury. And I happen to live here, so I said, man, this is almost like it was meant to be. The whole brand and the whole way the building is made with wide open windows, tall windows, everything's seen, everything's light up. You can see the whole brewery from where you're drinking your beer. I'm hoping they make people feel comfortable and want to sit and stay for a bit.
One, two. There you go.
The third Act Brewery will feature 10 original craft beers on tap as well as other beverages. The brewery is expected to open this fall.
2 Cottage Grove police officers were promoted in a ceremony at the April 18th City Council meeting. Detective Sergeant Randy McAlister was appointed Deputy Public Safety Director and Captain. McAlister began his career in Cottage Grove in 1998 as a police officer paramedic. He has held multiple positions including police officer, field training officer, SWAT operator, investigator, and most recently detective sergeant. His wife Josie pinned his badge at the ceremony. Also, Officer Brian Franck was promoted to sergeant. Franck served in the Marine Corps Reserves and began his law enforcement career in 2006 as a patrol deputy with the Washington County Sheriff's Office before starting with Cottage Grove in 2009. During that time, he has served as a firearms instructor, field training officer, SWAT operator and sniper, juvenile detective, and most recently as the school resource officer at Park High School. His son Sam helped pin on his sergeant badge.
5,000 pollinator-friendly plants will be planted in Woodbury on May 30th, and your help is needed. Great River Greening needs 50 volunteers to help improve the natural habitat of a 1-mile corridor on Ojibwe Park Road from Lake Road to Bailey Road. You can sign up for the event on the Great River Greening website.
Since 2012, Susan Kent has been serving District 53 at the state capitol as its senator.
We spent some time with Senator Kent to find out why she wanted to serve and what she's hoping to accomplish.
My name is Susan Kent, and I am the state senator for Senate District 53. I represent the entire city of Woodbury, plus the southern parts of Maplewood and Oakdale and Landfall. My background's in marketing and communications. I had taken a few years off when my son was little, and I was going to go back when he went back to school, as many moms do. As a parent, I had gotten involved in our PTSO in my son's school, and then I got involved in some local education issues. And that was the time right after the recession had hit, and it was affecting school funding. And that's essentially why I ran. It's worked out really well for me and my family, and just an incredible privilege to serve. The issue that I am most proud of, because it really was something that I took on myself, was to bring in more student support services personnel into our schools. And that's a category that includes our school counselors and our psychologists and our social workers and nurses and chemical dependency counselors. I did not grow up thinking I was going to run for office. I did not plan to do this. When I was knocking on doors in 2012, I always told people, I'm too old to be a career legislator, So I came into this with fresh eyes as a former business owner and someone coming from the private sector, and as a parent and a member of the community. And I'm so grateful to have the chance to see up close and personal our state government at work. Our legislators, our elected officials are really, from both parties all over the state, very committed, dedicated, hardworking people. I love for people to contact me. Obviously, people can come to my office. We're on the website. I love that the Minnesota legislature has 2 great websites, senate.mn and house.mn, so it's always easy to find us that way.
Senator Kent is on her second term, which runs until 2020.
The Cottage Grove Ice Arena is hosting their annual ice show. These performances are an opportunity to showcase local skating talent of all ages and abilities. The ice show will be held on Friday, May 5th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, May 6th at 3 p.m.
The Washington County Library has several events coming up, including a special story time at the R.H. Stafford Library in Woodbury that will be sung by an opera singer. The program is geared towards ages 3 to 6, but all ages are welcome. And on May 8th, adults are invited to the Park Grove Library in Cottage Grove to play board games. Games like Sushi Go, Uno, and Scrabble will be provided, but you are also welcome to bring a game to share. No registration is necessary for either event.
Cottage Grove Council members Dave Thiede and Steve Dennis will be holding a town hall meeting on May 3rd. There will be a short presentation at 7 p.m., followed by open discussion. All are welcome to attend.
In Woodbury, students have the opportunity to learn about local government by serving on a city commission.
Welcome to the City of Woodbury Planning Commission meeting. Tonight we've got 3 items on our agenda.
Students are a big part of city government, and in Woodbury, 11th and 12th graders can be commission members for the Parks and Natural Resources and Planning Commissions.
Students bring a different perspective, particularly with projects going in around schools or in direct relation to them.
I was also interested, considering its proximity to Eastridge High School. I believe they allow seniors out of the building during lunches, and I was wondering whether or not the kitchen would be ready to accommodate that flow of traffic from Eastridge seniors.
The Planning Commission meets on the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. in the City Hall Council Chambers.
Very good. Commissioners, you've had some great questions.
The Planning Commission is mostly dedicated to receiving documents from the planning department at the city and reviewing them and ensuring that they're good to go on to the City Council. It might include identifying minor errors to as far as sending it back to the planning department to make major changes in cooperation with the developer.
Another several hours driving around the city, looking at different parks, trail connections, our major roadways, just giving them an overall feel of our community and what the needs are.
The Parks and Natural Resources Commission meets at the Healthy Sports Center on the first Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m.
So as a Parks and Natural Resources Commission, our job entails a lot of the types of parks in the area. All those are under our kind of supervision, and any renovations, any improvements, maintenance, we discuss in our meetings. Natural resources too, we also make sure that there's clean water too. And so yeah, that's really what the Parks and Natural Resources Commission covers.
Each year there are up to 2 openings on the Parks and Natural Resources and Planning Commissions for 11th and 12th graders who are Woodbury citizens. The term length for students is 1 year.
This is a great opportunity to get some of the best students in our community out to help, and it would be great to see more applicants.
I would definitely recommend, I would look for these kinds of opportunities, and they're just a great way to build yourself as a person and just make a difference in your community and in your world.
Copy in front of us there.
The Student Commission members' terms begin in January and last 1 year.
Last Wednesday, the City of St. Paul Park honored its volunteers at their 14th annual volunteer banquet. Raymond Kane was presented the Volunteer of the Year Award for his work with the American Legion, Inver Hills Community College, and Beyond the Yellow Ribbon.
We'll keep an eye out for city crews as they begin sweeping the streets and flushing hydrants. Watch for discolored water and avoid washing clothes during hydrant flushing. Also, please remove vehicles and other items from the street so the gutters can be cleaned curb to curb.
A sure sign of better weather is here as local golf courses open for business this week. The Eagle Valley course in Woodbury has its driving range open, along with the course for walking. The River Oaks Golf Course in Cottage Grove is now taking tee times for walking and carts. Now here's a quick look at some upcoming events happening around South Washington County you might want to check out.
Well, Justin, Global Love Day, May 1st.
Yeah, this is a new event from the Cottage Grove Arts Commission, and it's basically a way to create art that has a theme of love and inclusivity. So
That's right. Global Love Day, I guess, is all about caring about one another
Yeah.
and, spreading the love.
yeah, so definitely check that out. I think it's going to be a great event.
That sounds like fun. It's free. You can just go over to the River Oaks Golf Course and make some crafts and hang out.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right. We'll see you next week.